Greetings, fellow carbon-based bipeds. I am Scott Rose, and you are watching Explosions and Stuff. Today, I'll be reviewing the 2012 film Assassin's Bullet, starring Christian Slater, Donald Sutherland, and Elika Portnov. An overview of the film is a vigilante starts taking out targets from America's most wanted terrorists in Europe, so a former FBI agent is brought in to try to catch the assassin. The pros of this movie? Stellar acting from almost everybody involved in it, especially Donald Sutherland when he did his great job as the role of the ambassador in this movie. Now, this film had a budget of only $5 million, which for an action movie is really low. And it was filmed in only 26 days. When you consider those things, this movie was exceptionally well made. It was well shot, it was well scored, and it was very well acted. This movie could have gone to theaters and done well. The only thing holding it back is I figured they thought that they didn't have enough money for a theatrical run, and they probably figured that the actors in the movie weren't enough of a draw to get people into theaters. But if they had bigger name actors, this movie could have done well in theaters. The cons of this movie? Well, it was a little slow. Also, there were only 2 fight scenes and 1 explosion in this action movie, which is a big no-no. Yeah, sometimes the assassin shot somebody, but I mean, that's over in a blink of an eye. There's nothing really to that. Also, the entire movie, the person playing the assassin tried to make them come off as emotionless, but instead they just made this character come off as bored. Like, they didn't care, they just wanted to get the job done with and over. And that really took me out of the movie, made me stop caring as much about the character. They also wanted to have a plot twist in the movie, but it was so predictable and so obvious. I had it figured out within half an hour of the movie beginning. And that's no way to do a plot twist, especially when the people don't find out about the plot twist until the very end of the movie. One other thing, this is more of a pet peeve of mine, but at one point Christian Slater and one of the Bulgarian police officers are having a conversation. Well, earlier in the movie it was shown that Christian Slater speaks fluent Bulgarian, but he's speaking to this police officer in English, and the police officer is speaking to him in Bulgarian, and they're having a conversation. You both speak each other's languages, just pick one and stick with that language for the duration of the conversation, please. My favorite fight in this movie? Well, there are only 2 fights in the entire movie, so it's more like picking the better of the 2. So I would have to go with, towards the end of the movie, a fight between Christian Slater and the assassin. The fight it's brutal, it's good. They use weapons, they actually showcase martial arts skills. But there were some flaws with it, like it was poorly shot, and so it was clear the assassin was a stunt double and not the actual person who played the assassin. My overall thoughts on this? If the stars were bigger names and were more popular, I think this movie would have gone to theaters, and it would have done very well in the theaters. It was very well made, considering that they had less than a month to film it, and for an action movie, it had a pretty low budget. But the slow pacing and the lack of exciting moments definitely hurt it, and within an hour of the movie, I had lost interest. I have to give this movie the rating of Zangief. I didn't like it, but I didn't dislike it either. Really, I just didn't care about it one way or the other. Unless you're a fan of Christian Slater or Donald Sutherland, I can't think of any reason why someone should check this movie out. So, if you don't fall into that category, feel free to pass on it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel for more action movie reviews posted every Friday. If you have any recommendations for other movies you would like me to review in the future, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you and have a nice day.